Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Abusement top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Welcome to the main event of the evening. It's a Storm Division matchup between Abusement Park and the runboiz, and I finally have the teams here in the lobby. Thank you so much for your patience. We're 7 minutes behind schedule, but I'm gonna see if these teams are ready to go. I do see the boss man has shown up. Archangel's here. Recyclic in chat. Aces. Thank you for that follow during the delay. And we are ready to head into our first game of the night. It's gonna be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Alright, so let me tell you what happened during the coin toss. We had Abusement Park winning the flip and deciding to take the first map choice. They banned out Infernal Shrines. runboiz banned out Brax's Holdout. Map number 1, as chosen by Abusement Park, is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. And map number 2 later on this evening will be Cursed Hollow, as we see Genji, the first ban of the evening by the runboiz. Did get the cast runboiz yesterday. Both games led off with a Genji ban. They are resuming play here on a Friday evening matchup and doing the same. Abusement Park getting rid of the Zeratul, which has been up in the Storm Division, a very highly contested hero. Yesterday, he was banned out by Luxorian Sun twice in that first spot, so maybe Abusement Park watched the matchup and did a little homework, and they're following suit from what Luxorian Sun did. But maybe they don't want to follow too much suit, because it was Tomb of the Spider Queen game number 1 last night, and it was an epic comeback by runboiz as they're banning out a Rainer. They played extensively last evening, and I think, did they have them both? Yeah, both games they had the Garrosh, or excuse me, the Rainer. They did have the Garrosh more of the games, but they had Rainer in both games. I think Rexpa played it first, and then was it Titans King played it the second time? I can't remember who had it the second time. Yrel banned there by Abusement Park now puts us at our first pick of the map, and runboiz are on the clock. They definitely prioritized Yrel yesterday, but they also were looking towards getting their supports early. You saw the Alex Strasser, the Deckard Cain. Game 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen, it was the Deckard Cain. But this time it's going to be a Blaze for them. They're going to stick with the solo lane matchup they want, get the value from that bunker, and see if Sormir can make it happen out of that solo lane running on a Blaze. So Abusement Park on the clock. They are quickly locking in a Phoenix and a Johanna. Phoenix, of course, one of my favorite new heroes in the game over the past year. I love the value he can get from both of his ultimates, but most often than not, you're gonna see that Purification Salvo. Will it be able to get damage in, or will Blaze have a bunker to help defend against it? You got to keep an eye on Blaze if he has the better of the matchup there. And finally, we do end up seeing a support come out. It's going to be Deckard Cain, as I expected, and they're going to pair it with Jaina, which I'm going to guess Rexpa's wanting to play here. We'll see. I love you guys in chat. You guys are having fun. Yoshi hype, and always Yoshi hype. Final ban here for Abusement Park. They're going with Maiev, so getting rid of a lot of aggressive heroes are Abusement Park, including that Maiev, which would have been fantastic paired up with a Jaina. Azmodan, the final ban by runboiz. So now all 6 bans are in. Abusement Park on the clock. Haven't yet taken a support, but now they can wait. They know that runboiz have theirs, and they could go for some other highly contested heroes here. Trying to look around what teams have been playing. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing something like a Hanzo here. Perhaps the Malthael up against Blaze might be decent. They're going to go with Leoric instead, which might be even better, and a Junkrat here for Abusement Park. I actually really like these picks. Leoric's going to give them a bunch of extra slow for Phoenix with his big swings. Junkrat's going to get all the poke they need onto whatever support they're looking to take here. Or excuse me, tank they're trying to take here for runboiz. And can honestly shut down a lot of stuff that Jaina wants to do if she's pressing forward. They're going to go with Muradin, which I think is the best tank available. It doesn't have quite the wave clear that Johanna's going to have, but pairing it with a Jaina and a Greymane, it's going to be plenty of wave clear for them. So final pick on the clock, it is Abusement Park, and they are going to go ahead and lock in that Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza. So now that you see both these squads, let me know in chat what you guys think. Who's going to win this matchup? If it's blah, 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 words. If it's going to be Abusement Park, hashtag AP in chat. If it's going to be runboiz, hashtag RB in chat. Which team do I like better? I think I'm just going to go with runboiz. You're playing a lot of comforts here. Rexpa on Mage is always strong, and having Jaina on a map like this where he can wave clear and get all those rotational advantages for runboiz is going to really pay dividends heading into the mid and later game. But if the members of Abusement Park can pull off a good combination from Phoenix and Leoric, if Leoric goes Entomb and they get the Planet Cracker inside of it, I would love to see that. So keep an eye on ultimates for Phoenix. If he doesn't go Purification Salvo, pay attention for the Entombs because they're going to try to line it up for Mason Blaze playing that Phoenix. Could be the hot if it comes through. But it's going to be up to them to choose those heroics and execute them properly. I'm excited to hear what you guys think in chat, so make sure you're throwing on hashtag AP or hashtag RB. Let me know who you want to win or who you think is going to win this first matchup here. And we are loaded into map number 1. Over on the left-hand side, it's Abusement Park. Mason Blaze playing the Phoenix JTR on the... Which hero is that? Junkrat. Oh, it's a brand new Goblin skin. Didn't recognize him. Junkrat. Rossian, Alexstrasza, Tracer, a.k.a. Aortic Arch on the Leoric. And rounding it out on Johanna is Chips. On the right-hand side, it's the runboiz. Rexpa, the captain, on his Jaina. Sormir going to play Blaze. Shredded Wind on the Greymane. Then we have... Oh, wait. Shredded Wind on the Muradin. Excuse me. Titan's King on the Greymane. And who did I miss? Who did I miss? Rexpa. Oh, Taki. Taki, of course. How could I forget Taki, my main man? On the Decker King. Here we go. Round number 1. This is map number 1. And Decker Kane opting for Scroll of Identify, not going for the Sapphire. So he's going to try to lock heroes in. Already missing on his first attempt there. So slow start for Taki, but I imagine with all these rotations and heroes that will be stacked in these lanes, he will find many more opportunities to land it. Titan's King jumping in on Johanna. Chips taking a lot now. Walking through Blizzard. Pops Iron Skin. Will be able to walk back. Mason Blaze on this flank side. But here comes Titan's King trying to make sure he doesn't get any free poke on these members. Shredded Wind up front as well. But they're just going to go back to the rotation. Rely on Jaina and Greymane to get them further ahead in this rotational play. And they're going to leave one minion behind, it appears. And actually some gems as well. Unless Muradin's going to... Yeah, look at Shredded Wind. He's walking up. Dwarf tossing right back out. Grabbing those gems. Making sure they're not going to lose them. So a little bit of a lead right now, 11-10 in favor of runboiz. But surprisingly now, Junkrat catching them right back up, pairing with the Phoenix. They actually have their own good chunk of wave clear. The Johanna, as mentioned during draft, with her Condemn and just being able to hold them all steady, pulling them closer for Phoenix to get his auto attacks on, will allow them to get the wave clear a lot faster than they otherwise would have without her. Look how fast it goes down just with the Junkrat there. Don't even need the Phoenix now. Bottom side is Greymane jumping on Leoric. Tracer going to have to back up. He's going to be safe. But with Greymane here, it's going to give Blaze opportunity to potentially look at dropping off a few gems. Titan's King now going to be looked at by Johanna. She's here with the Condemn, trying to turn in as well. Taki nearby has potions available if they need it. But that's all it's going to be. A little bit of a feign down there in the bottom side and nothing big happening for either team as Rexpa up top trying to clear up with his Jaina. Not going to be able to get those gems, so he's going to hold back for the time being, wait for them to push forward wisely, make sure his team's not falling behind a gem count. Now Johanna trying to turn in Shredded Wind there for the interrupt with a Stormbolt. Didn't actually hit, but enough to scare Johanna back. Now JTR is going to look to channel as there's not... Oh, Rex was sneaking from the top side, able to poke it loose. But it's just the Blaze on the bottom side getting gems in for now. Otherwise, it's been a great job of defense from both the teams here on the top side, making sure no one's getting anything in. Only 3 here for Phoenix being channeled. Rex about to show up and will get the interrupt. Johanna gets 14 in, however, and that puts Abusement Park at 17. But with a Bruiser camp pushing down mid lane, will we see any sort of attack on this mid wall? Looks like the answer is no. As Greymane is down on that bottom siege camp, will be able to get it. Tracer is nearby, holding 15 gems, does not want to fall. He's going to back right on up. Siege camp will be pushing bottom lane, as now Shredded Wind trying to turn in 12 more gems. Saw a few get in on top from Jaina. But enough on hand right now for runboiz, and still, just now picking up that last one is Abusement Park. But runboiz have this advantage if they can find a way to turn in the remainder of their gems. Siege Giants will be cleared up here on the bottom side. Tracer doing a good job, gaining a little bit of health back on his Leoric as well. I got those level 4 talents on your screen now. You can see Leoric went into Neil Peasant, so he's going to be able to do a lot more in the wave clear department. So it's actually a tremendous amount of wave clear all around for Abusement Park with the Phoenix. Even Alexstrasza, a lot of heal. Titan's King, though, in a lot of trouble on his Greymane. He's barely going to escape with 300 health, getting some potions from Deckard Cain. Will also use a well tap. But you got to keep an eye, and it's Rexma doing the job right now on this top turn-in, because both teams are trying to find a way to get theirs in. Leoric, of course, holding a bunch that he's going to have to find a way to get in if Abusement Park ever wants it. But instead, red Webweavers in favor of runboiz will be first to action here. And this should set up, along with their level 7 talents, quite the lead for the runboiz. Top side, this is a rotation coming out on Rexpa. He's going to get a scroll of sealing to help prevent the Phoenix from pressing any further ahead. There's a concussion mine, but there wasn't any follow-up there available. Decent job by JTR, but no one was there in communication, going to jump right back on top of Rexpa after he popped out of there. So top Webweaver will be cleared out. First priority for Abusement Park, as a rotation is going to come to mid. Phoenix is the one here. That's Mason Blaze all by himself for now. Rexpa nearby. Goes out of Cold and Cold. He's going to lose some shielding as Mason Blade. Now it's all the way depleted as that Blizzard connected as well. Full of Ceiling blocking in Alexstrasza, putting Taki at 6 stacks on his level 1 quest. But that's all the runboiz are going to be able to get. They did find a fort in the bottom side. Blaze bullying Leoric back, still holding on to 22 gems of his own. But that gives them a half-level lead currently, and I don't know how many gems they have, but I'd imagine not anywhere close, so you have to pay attention to Abusement Park, because they're going to be looking, but they still have to find a way to get Leoric in, although Junkrat now holding 21 is a fair amount for himself. Johanna with 13, this is going to make it 15, I believe, so I think if it's just Junkrat and Johanna, that should be enough if my math is right. See if they can find her in, but eggs are spawning in just 1 second. Now they are allowed to turn these in. runboiz still missing 17 gems, so they're going to have a bit to play defense here. See if they want to dump off a few in the time being. Rexpa kind of scouting up and down here on this top turn-in point. JTR doing a good job with his grenade launcher, making sure that all these vents are being peeked on. Very close in levels right now. Abusement Park doing a good job catching back up as they get their Bruiser camp out with Leoric. He's still in that bottom lane, holding on to a bunch of gems. Here's the attack on Rexpa. Is there going to be a concussion mine? Going to knock Rexpa back. 16 gems are on the ground, but Taki's there to pick them up. First blood of the game coming 6 minutes and 40 seconds in. Abusement Park taking the first one, as this should really set them up for their first turn-in. 21 on Junkrat will be interrupted for now. Shredded Wind is here. He's got his Warp Toss back to safety, but blue team gets their Webweavers out, as I don't know who officially got the turn-in. Was it just Chips? Alexstrasza maybe, I guess, got him in. So that's enough, and level 10s are first picked up here, but very close to runboiz as well. First picked up, though, by Abusement Park. They're trying to lock in Shredded Wind. He gets out. Dragon Queen popped maybe a bit early, but they're going to use it to push on this mid wall, find some value with it. At least Shredded Wind very low once again. He's going to have to use some of that second wind from Murden straight to get some healing back. Decker Kane's also here as well. Web Blast missing. Hit onto that well, but Webweaver is still pushing forward. All 5 members of Abusement Park are here. They're going to try to pressure this mid fort. We do see his Purification Salvo, so they didn't go for the Planet Cracker to combo with the Entomb. Instead, it's just the Purification Salvo. They're going to try to catch with some slows that can be provided from Leoric, slows that can be provided from Johanna. Even Alex Straza can provide them as well, so that's the play, as Webweaver up top is the next priority. It's down, and bottom still up, but Shortmere there by himself on Blaze. He'll be able to clear that up by his lonesome. Level 11 to level 11. Still only 1 kill on the board, and it belongs to JTR and his Junkrat. Enough gems on hand for both teams. There's an Entomb, and there's a dead Rexpa. Scroll of Ceiling locking in a few, but with the Riptire here, Shredded Wind in a lot of trouble. He popped his avatar, will be able to back up. Taki also took some damage there, but he had some potions for himself. And that kill on Rexpa means that a back-to-back turn-in will be available here for Abusement Park as they're looking to get them in on the top egg spawner. JTR with the last bit there on Junkrat. Avatar already expired. Shredded Wind had to back up. He'll be safe. Bruiser Camp trying to be played here by runboiz. Will they have enough time, or will Abusement Park try to walk in here? They should know they're on it, but instead it will be handed over. Bruisers will help clear out this mid lane, which has already been sieged upon by Abusement Park. There is a good Stormbolt, locking in a couple. There's the Cursed Bullet, but Chips is back to safety. Will walk inside that Abundance, gets his health back. Rotation coming to topside as Mason Blaze is already here. Got the wall down. Webweaver still healthy. They're looking to push down the first fort of the game off this back-to-back turn-in. They're finding some damage on Chips, but that's just Johanna. Not nearly the target you want to be working on. And surprisingly so, they're going to give up this siege on the top side. They don't have level 13 yet. So a good defense, really helped by the Bruiser Camp at mid. A solid rotation came up top. But instead, I think the only value they're going to find, indeed it is secured, is that bottom fort there for Abusement Park. They do have a 1-level lead, level 13 to 12. Their talent here has been picked up. Ripper Air is now here for Junkrat. He'll be able to get all over this map as they're still holding on to 36 gems. Been doing a great job of not dying. Stay a while and listen. Locking in 2, followed up with a scroll, but they are not having the damage up in Tomb. Locking in Taki, but first to fall is Leoric. There's a huge Purification Salvo, finishing off Decker Kane. No more supporting available as a Dragon Queen's been popped. The kills are coming out. It's a quad kill for Abusement Park, with Blaze the only one surviving, holding on to 61 gems. And here comes an attempt at the first boss of the game for Abusement Park. So to be able to get boss here, are not going to have enough gems on hand to get a turn-in to pair with it. So they'll just be able to get this top fort, maybe some of that top keep wall as well. But we'll check out where their priority is going to come. They're going to find a few more gems here in this top wave. Phoenix rotating around looking for a few more himself. But Red Webweavers snuck in there by Stormir on the bottom side. Sorry for not showing that to you, but he did find a way to get him in. And that should really help defend against his boss. Should push out the lanes, but for the most part, since they have to defend against his boss, the Webweavers aren't going to get that much value. They're going to be cleared up for free at mid right now. You see all 5 members here from Abusement Park getting that down. They can make the rotation to the bottom, as it appears they're going to do. This one's not going to be able to get any value. And the boss is actually able to rip through 2 turrets here, or 1.5 at least. As finally a rotation from runboiz. They're on even talents. They gotta look for a fight now, because only half a level away from level 16 is Abusement Park. So if runboiz wants anything to happen, they gotta find the Junkrat. But Stormbolt gonna miss on JTR, and Ripper Air all the way back for him. You're not catching a flying Junkrat. So great job by the JTR escaping that attack there, dodging the Stormbolt. Still a Webweaver up top. Gonna be able to find a bit of structural damage here at runboiz. But rotation coming, and level 16 is almost here. They need to be careful. Johanna leading the way, has a blessed shield too. She wants to pop it. There's a cursed bullet, not hitting anything. A big whip from Greymane. But they are going to be able to get this fort down. Webweaver still has a little bit of HP, and wisely backing up is going to be runboiz. They do not want to fight into these level 16 talents. And they have to find XP around the map, but waves are pushed out in bottom and top. All they can get right now is this mid wave. Bruiser camp spawning in 10 seconds. There's also a siege camp on the bottom side. Looks like Titan's King might be trying to run down there quickly. Yes, he is. Jaina and Deckard Cain will be nearby this bruiser camp. They'll likely pull this out, as blue webweavers were instantly summoned there by Abusement Park, and the bruiser camp disappeared. Now they know Greymane's down here, so they could look for a fight. Johanna up front, blinded on the blaze, did not rip the blessed shield. They did not have Junkrat close enough nearby. So everyone from runboiz will survive this. They're backing up behind the mid-keep wall to play defense. Bottom side's gonna be really pushed, including the siege behind it. So that webweaver will not get value. Top is the one that's already been worked on. Wall down, one tower almost dead. Mid's getting cleared up for free here, as no one's here in defense. They do get that down. And now they're just trying to get this top keep. Going for first keep of the game is Abusement Park. Only one hero's been killed the entire time. And here comes their attack with a talent tier advantage up top. Leoric gonna reduce all their attack damage right now. Tracer then's gonna back up. He still has a Entomb online. But that webweaver's healthy. Dragon Queen's been pop abundance, keeping everyone healthy. Greymane's falling low, below 50% health. Gonna have to find some potions, and finds at least one there from Taki. But that keep falls. Scroll is ceiling, locks in Leoric, but he has a Wraith Walk away. He's gonna be safe. Webweaver's still up. Junkrat jumping back in, throwing out some grenades. But everyone's gonna survive. The only thing that doesn't survive is the top keep of runboiz. But if you tuned in last night, this is exactly the situation runboiz were in. They lost their bottom keep first up against Luxorian Sun, and were able to come back in the game. Almost feels identical the way this one's been going, and they're gonna have to pull out similar heroics here if they want to find victory here on map number 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Big wave here on bottom side. Sieging up are the members of Abusement Park. They're trying to find this wall. They get it down. Turrets are up next, and Mason Blaze on his Phoenix will get the bottom one. Junkrat should be able to finish off that top turret. No, they're gonna leave it up. They just back up because they do not want to take this fight right as runboiz get their level 16 talents. They're just gonna continue rotating around. They don't have gems. Neither team has gems right now. So a bit of slow play, but here's level 16 for the runboiz. Curse Bullet online, Buffers here as well, Water Elemental, they're ready to rip. They just gotta find a way to get in on some of these squishier targets, but that Ripper Air, you already saw earlier, JTR able to get out of any engagement he wants. So they're gonna try to find gems, they're gonna try to turn in what they have. Shredded Wind holding 17, Stormir getting in 15 as we speak. Top side, there are a few to be gathered. We'll see if Rexpa wants to get those. And also clear up the catapult that's been showing up in here in the lane. So now they have a total of 47 to 31. Bruiser Camp pushing mid lane and getting much closer to level 20 is Abusement Park. runboiz are going to have to make a move soon, because if they wait much longer, Storm tier talents will be online for Abusement Park, as now they're looking at a boss. They're going to pull it? No, they're baiting it. Shredded Wind coming right up, not checking the bush, instead walking in, getting stunned, fully comboed, gets his avatar off though. There's a stay a while and listen, does not have, oh, he does have dwarfs off. He's looking for Junkrat. Junkrat very low, and it's gonna fall to Titan's King. He finds a kill. It's a 1-for-1, make it 2-for-1 as Greymane falls as well. Dragon Queen is here, and they're not able to get in that bunker because it's so far away, and now Tracer walking up with his Leoric, gonna slow down Taki, throwing out a spooky hand as well, and charging forward, getting another rip at him. This could be a lot of kills because Phoenix is here. He finds one of them. Can he get Stormir? They're gonna get Rexpa. He's down. 4 more gems dropped. And that is huge for Abusement Park. 40 seconds until Deckard, Cain, and Jaina respawn. Murden up in 10, but boss available. Top lane, Keep already destroyed. This is going to be a GG push with level 20 talents if they can pull off this boss here. Leoric gonna do what he can to find those level 20s, soaking this mid lane, getting some extra gems because they're also looking to get that turn in here pretty soon. Not going to risk it. Still holding on to 12 gems. Going to rejoin his team because his top lane already pushed. 3 catapults here. Going to be cleared up by Titans King and Soromir. But they know this boss is coming. There's nothing they can do about it either. Abusement Park ready to make their push for the core. Level 20 talents on your screen, and it's buried alive from Leoric, so keep an eye out for that. Cannonball from Junkrat. There's a Blessed Shield leading the way behind the Titans King. He's in the Silencing Entomb, and that's a huge pickup. Boss still pushing top lane, and one of their best sieging components here in this composition is taken out of the fight early. I wouldn't be surprised if GG's come right on out of chat from runboiz, because this boss is on the core. All 5 members walking forward. Shredded Wind falling very low. He's getting shredded open here. Has to go back to the Hall of Storms, and with boss on core, shield's about to go down. They're looking for it. Stay along on this and connecting, but interrupted quickly on full cooldown. There's a boss slam. Purification salvo coming out. Gonna be able to rip through Rexpa. Oh my god, Soromir's down as well. A double kill there for Abusement Park as they take game number 1 up against runboiz on Tomb of the Spider Queen. What a game. And here is the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. What a matchup it was, especially if you're a fan of Abusement Park. 13-2 in the kill department. JTR ripping through with rip tires on his Junkrat. Phoenix, played by Mason Blaze, led the game in hero damage. He didn't fall once. Only 2 deaths for Abusement Park. Looking really good here. And, you know, this is a team, they're returning back to NGS Season 5, formerly known as Salted Snacks. Did not have as good of a season as they would have hoped for last year. And they're looking to take it to runboiz, who ended, I believe, in 4th place, or the 4th place position, losing in the semifinals to the members of Macro Trash. And they're looking good here tonight, Abusement Park. Really good. That was an outstanding game number 1. Their comp ended up working out flawlessly. Dragon Queen got plenty of value from Rossi. Good job by him. So, GG, game number 1, handed over to Abusement Park. We're going to take a 5-minute break as I set up map number 2. We're headed to the choice of runboiz. It's going to be Cursed Hollow. All right, welcome back, ladies and gents, for game number 2. You just saw Abusement Park take game number 1 over on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I got teams here in the lobby going to check if they're ready to go. We're heading into Cursed Hollow. But what a game number 1 it was for Abusement Park. Teams are ready. I'm going to launch this draft for us. But the play you saw from Abusement Park was abusive, to say the least. They were all over the map, found kills, found 2 bosses, and devastated that top lane, making that final push with their level 20 talents, picking up that win. I believe they had 3 or 4 turn-ins as well, so a lot of value from the Web Weavers as Zeratul is banned yet again up against runboiz. And now I'm starting to think that a lot of these teams are getting a read on runboiz, that they want to run, excuse me, Zeratul comps, especially on a map like Cursed Hollow, where he can really get around and cause some mayhem on the back line. They're going to get rid of him. Genji is still the ban for runboiz, so identical to what we've seen over the past couple of days for them. Now, one thing I want to talk about, these teams right now are dead locked in the standings as we see Abathur banned out. Dead locked at 3 and 2. So the winner of this map here will take a lead over the other, sending one to 3 and 3. The other will move to 4 and 2, and an early lead here in the standings. Phoenix, the next ban, as was played really well by Mason there in game number 1. That leaves Dahaka on board. My favorite hero, Dahaka, but quickly chosen is Maiev and Yrel. Yrel slipping through the bans, as well as Maiev, who was banned out in game number 1. Both those heroes were banned in game 1 by Abusement Park, and they're picked up quickly here by runboiz. Knowing that they're hotly contested, they want to have them available on this map. Yrel's going to be able to dominate those solo lane matchups, and Maiev will give them a fantastic engagement tool. Here we're going to see Hanzo and Deckard Cain, and anytime you get Hanzo on Cursed Hollow, his scatter arrows give you absolutely free bosses, because he can destroy them in like less than 10 seconds with some help from team members. Very quick boss clear for Hanzo. We'll see if they utilize that, but they certainly should be able to. So now they got to figure out what they're going to do if you're runboiz, and they're going to start with banning Johanna out, which will likely put Abusement Park on Muradin, who's been the next tank in line for most teams. We'll see if they want to go that route. But it is next pick for runboiz, so they could go into the Muradin themselves. Deckard Cain already chosen. See if they want to choke out a support here. Instead, it's going to be the Garrosh ban out. Probably wisely so, which has been banned up against runboiz in the past. And they did play it yesterday over on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But here they have to find something different. I think the Muradin's a great option for them. Pairing with Yrel is really good. Instead, it's going to be Diablo. Okay, so Diablo, and they're going to go with Alexstrasza as their support. I'm not mad about this. I like having the Alex. I think the Life Binder on Diablo specifically is a tremendous amount of health return with the Life Binder, so it's a good synergy they have. Dragon Queen will be able to return the favor that Abusement Park gave to them in game number 1. So we'll see if switching hands, the Alexstrasza can still get that same amount of value that we saw over on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Final picks here for Abusement Park. There's the Muradin, and they're going to go with Thrall up against Yrel. Or I guess they're going to have Dahaka against Yrel, but they're going to need another solo laner, so it could be Thrall up against whatever this last pick is. We'll see. Muradin, Thrall. Final pick. runboiz on the clock. Abathur's been banned out. Thought they were looking at it last night, but didn't end up going it. Final pick, though, is going to be Li Ming, and that is most certainly a Rexpa hero. Trying to find resets, and also Maiev getting resets on her Fan of Knives if she can connect on multiple targets. So it could be pretty devastating, the amount of damage Titans King and Rexpa will be able to put out in this matchup. But I'm really impressed, game number 1, with Abusement Park, how they pulled it off in the fashion they did, getting that win. Pretty dominant the whole time. But I want you guys to once again tell me, game 1, it was 3 votes for runboiz, but this time let me know if you think it's going to be Abusement Park taking the 2-0. Hashtag AP in chat. If you think it's going to be runboiz, hashtag RB. Can the boys that run bring it back here and take the split? They've already gotten a couple splits so far, or I guess one other split this season here in round number 1. Looking to walk away with at least 1 point in the standings. But they're going to have to go through a very tough looking lineup from Abusement Park with this Hanzo and the Dahaka, which I think these are 2 heroes on some of their best maps. It's going to be really tough for runboiz to make it happen. But here we go. Game number 2, Cursed Hollow. And on the left-hand side, we have Abusement Park. The captain, Tracer, going to be playing Dahaka. Mason Blaze switching over to Thrall this time. Rossi, the support on Deckard Cain. JTR going to be playing the Hanzo. And Chips will be playing the Muradin. Almost said Thrall. That's a Muradin. Over on the right-hand side, we have the runboiz. Rexpa on Li Ming. Soromir going to be playing the Yarel. Shredded Wind on Diablo. Taki going to be playing Alex Straza. And rounded it out on Maiev is Titans King. Looks like we're getting Nishas here from Maiev. We have a Soul Shield from Diablo, which you never see come out, but it's going to be coming out here. Stormbolt build from Muradin, Sapphire from Deckard Cain, Echoes from Thrall, and the Simple Geometry from Hanzo, as we are ready to go here in this mid lane. Yarel's going to split up and work on Thrall, but I don't know if she knows that matchup's there, or although I guess they know Dahaka's on bottom, so anyway, right now it's Muradin taking damage, missing some orbs and missiles. There was Rexpa, so Chips will survive. Rotate down to this bottom lane, find out Shredded Wind is there, and help provide some supporting here for Dahaka, as they're gonna, I guess they're gonna leave Dahaka here, and that gives Thrall a terrible matchup up top, up against Yarel. I think Soromir should be able to get the better half of that matchup. First camp being looked at by Titans King. No one from Abusement Park on any of the camps yet, as they're finally sending Hanzo along with his Simple Geometry build. He'll be able to get that down pretty quickly, but it's going to be Maiev getting it first. That's Titans King. That will be walking down that bottom lane, helping out Diablo, who's there all by himself right now. Mid lane being held up by Deckard Cain, as jumping on a bruiser camp early. It's going to be runboiz. Votes coming out in chat. Repsychic voting for runboiz. Heroes of Bodybuilding voting for the members of Abusement Park. There's the camp picked up by Hanzo. Bottom side is the Siege Giants. Diablo's trying to protect them and doing a good job getting in the way of Muradin and a Stormbolt. But will they be able to get too much value? That's the question. No one's going to rotate down, so it's just going to be Shredded Wind by himself, gathering some of his souls. Here's level 4 talents for runboiz. Dahaka getting bullied around, thrown into some tower shots, falling around to 50% health as he stood in some big stones being thrown out by the Siege Giants. Mid lane, here come runboiz. They have a bruiser camp looking to siege on this fort wall. Muradin in deep, but here comes a great Stroll ceiling, but not enough follow-up. No one's there. It's just the Hanzo, only at 1 stack on Simple Geometry right now. Not finding too much yet is JTR. Umbral Bind pulling back Muradin. He's going to be safe. No one getting hit by that Stroll ceiling. Up top is the first tribute of the game. As projected, Yarel doing just fine in this matchup, but so is Thrall. He's pretty healthy. But here we go. Tribute number 1. Both teams on even talents, even XP. Very close. Dahaka's able to stay bottom with his Brush Stalker available. We'll be able to show up here wherever he wants one of these bushes, and there are 5 for him to choose from up here. We'll see which direction he wants to go. But here comes the play. Charging is Dahaka along with an Umbral Bind from Titans King and his Maiev. Chips falling below 50% health. Getting some support, but flip back over. Has the Dwarf tossed back to safety. The Dragon Queen's been popped. And the Sonic Arrow barely missing the interrupt. So tribute number 1 handed over to runboiz. Titans King able to channel that. JTR just, again, barely missing that Sonic Arrow. But the whole time, Dahaka did stay bottom, continued getting value there. And There's going to be some minions crashing, but Diablo's going to get here in time. So not nearly what Dahaka was wanting to get out of that exchange. And now runboiz taking a pretty big lead in the siege department. They got this mid wall down as finally we see a camp being worked on by the members of Abusement Park. But here comes Maiev. She's here. Dwarf Toss did not jump chips over the wall, so he's gonna have to walk around. 4 members are here from runboiz. See if they want to charge in on this. Rexpa's gonna throw out an orb in a second to reveal what's going on. Maiev on the flank, coming backside. Diablo's here as well. They're gonna look for Deckard Cain. Rossi charging the wall. Umbrabine connecting on one. There's the camp steal at least. Now inside the spell armor are runboiz, and they're just gonna be able to walk right out of this with that camp steal. Top side, looking at this tribute spawning. Yrel is here right now as the rotations are coming from the rest of runboiz. They're going to be able to set up positioning first as Abusement Park still having to clear up that bruiser camp that was stolen away. And being channeled by Swarmir right now is tribute number 2 for the runboiz. And they do get it uncontested, even taking away some vision. See if they want to make a play aggressive here on the mid side. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Siege camp available. Bottom right for Maiev. She's going to make her way down there, it appears. Boss is now just spawning at 5 minutes as Hanzo is working on a siege camp here on the top left side of the map. Maiev getting this one on the bottom right side. And Rexpa able to push forward, try to pick off this well a bit with some distance damage from Li Ming, and will be able to get it as Deckard Cain did not block any of those skill shots. Here's Chips trying to find Rexpa, but teleporting away from the Stormbolt. Sneaky little play there. Level 7 talents on your screen as these teams are on even talents. That is Calamity and Dominance from Rexpa. So he's going to be trying to get on this back line, hopping around, picking up the extra damage with that extra talent or extra ability that he's able to use to provide damage in his rotation. Charging in, Shredded Wind on Diablo. Chips on that front line. He's by himself, getting flipped around. The abundance is there, and all the members of runboiz are able to get in, and here comes Maiev on the backside with Yrel. They're getting all the damage out. Resets on Phantom Knives coming out. There's a reset for Li Ming. That's 1. That's 2. Will it be 3? Yes, it is. A triple kill, and now looking at a boss with their 3rd tribute available behind them. They just got to make sure Dahaka doesn't take it, but they're going to have a boss and a curse at the same time. Yrel making sure Dahaka is not going to be able to sneak it, very wisely so. And a huge power play here by runboiz as they're making this a hell of a different game than we saw in Tomb of the Spider Queen. There's the curse coming. Swarmir gathering it. Perfectly timed with the boss. Siege Giants here as well. And this bottom lane is in a hell of trouble right now because boss is here, Siege Giants here, all 5 members of the runboiz, and they're going to push through this fort like butter. And it's just going to have to be a keep defense being played by Abusement Park. And I don't think they're going to have much in the way of trying to stop it because level 10s are here as well. Still a bit of time until Abusement Park gets theirs. Hanzo, Hearthen back, waiting for Dahaka. If Dahaka can pick up level 10s, they can try to make a defense here. But Warden's Cage is available. Cleansing Flame as well. Ardent Defender, Wave of Force, and Lightning Breath. And once this wall's down, look for it because they have the advantage for just a couple more moments. Will they want to take the fight to their teeth? Watch Titan's King if he wants to make the charge in. Here it comes. Find the double bind on 2. Warden's Cage is there. Pulling in 3. Lightning Breath on top. Stay a while and listen. Not hitting anyone. Cleansing Flames out as well. This keep is going down as the boss still on full health. They're now pushing towards the core. Will they be able to find a kill? They do. Thrall is down. Huge pickup. Boss still healthy. Murden getting pulled back with the Haka. Is he going to fall? Yes. Another pickup for runboiz. They're looking to end this game. Siege Giants here. Murden's falling low as a dwarf toss away back in the Hall of Storms as Deckard Cain and Hanzo. Big Dragon's Arrow hitting onto 2. Falling lower a few members, but abundance is there from Alex Straza. Boss still on core. GG, game number 2, handed over in just 8 minutes by the runboiz. The runboiz just put on a clinic on Cursed Hollow with their surgical play, able to find all 3 tributes, a boss steal in the bottom lane with Siege Giants already there. Get the curse, get their level 10 talents, find the kills, and get the core in just 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Quite possibly the fastest game in the Storm Division this season. Definitely the fastest game I've casted this year. And congratulations, taking the 1-1 split. The Run Boys making the magic happen there on Cursed Hollow. Here's your talents. We only made it to level 10 for both these squads, so you didn't get to see too much in terms of the talent screen, but very impressive win. I'm sure you guys in chat are going to be absolutely excited to watch that ending. What a finish it was. And I'm going to try reaching out to the members of Run Boys to see if they want to send someone in for an interview. Interview, send anyone you want. What a game. That was so fast. Really fast. 8 minutes. 7 minutes and 58 seconds, excuse me. Didn't even hit 8 minutes. So I'm hanging out here in the NGS lobby waiting for someone to join me. Let me get your thoughts on the match as you guys are watching that conclusion. What a finish again. Like, that was just lights out with that curse push there. Keep went down really fast. And the core went down almost faster after they found those kills. I don't know who's coming. Oh, here we go.
Oh. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How's it going?
This is Titans King, right?
This is Vietnam coffee.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So this is Titans King. Welcome. We have a favorite of NGS joining us. Every time
Wait,
there's
what?
I'm saying you're a favorite of NGS. Every time you're in here, people love it for the interviews.
Oh well, thank you.
You're welcome.
How is your day?
My day is just swell, my man.
Oh.
So tell me a bit about tonight. Tomb of the Spider Queen. You guys played there last night as well, and it was almost a similar match, right? You guys lost keep first. Last night you were able to come back and get the victory, but tonight you lost keep first and never really found your footing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we suck. What can we do? I mean, last night the other teams just throw like this is terrible. Yesterday and then today team is better a little bit, but we still suck, so we lose first game.
Yeah.
That's was what happened.
But I mean, you guys got to have a lot of fun. You pulled out some like really interesting heroes. You're on the gray main game number 1. A little tough, right?
Yeah, it was a little tough. You know, I don't know. We just lost the first game because I suck. And then the second game, I was like, okay, I did my warm up, so I gonna go in, kill them all one time, and end the game, so they don't have any chance to come back.
Yeah. And really, your Maiev play, especially at the end, you finally got the Warden's Cage with that huge push. You guys found the kills, and that's really all you needed. But you were able to lock 3 inside that Warden's Cage, comboed up a Shredded Wind and his Lightning Breath. The kills is all you needed. Really, the cursed, Cleansing Flame on top. Found the kills in 7 minutes and 58 seconds. I can't imagine you guys are getting much faster victories for the rest of the season. That was tremendous.
Actually, we were planning that from the RAF, so we
Okay.
get level 10 every time. Every game we get level 10. We win team fight. We wipe them. We take objective, and we wipe them again, and we win. But first game we were doing that, but Rex Spice decided to get caught in the tomb, the end tomb twice. So we, our plan fell, and then we couldn't do anything, and then we, get back.
He did get caught a couple times. I think at the end, wasn't it you, however, got stuck in the buried alive at the end of the game though?
Wait, what? No. I think you. I was lagging. I think I was lagging. Yeah. I was lagging 100%.
Throw in some caster shade. No, but I mean, honestly, it was two different games. Tomb of the Spider Queen, I think they led the whole way, but you guys really brought it back and ended the series with an exclamation point on Cursed Hollow. It was so fast, really not too much to talk about. You guys you found all three tributes and took the boss. That's really all you need to do, yeah.
Well, people just ban. Okay, so people ban 0-2 for me every game, and then they ban my F every game, and that's, you know, if they live one up, it's game over for them basically. And the second game they didn't ban my F, so I get a auto win.
Yeah, instead they banned out an Abathur. Obviously, a hero you guys want to play. I was thinking you're going to take it last night, but didn't end up doing it over on Infernal Shrines. But here tonight they banned it out. And, you know, do you think teams targeting your hero pool specifically is going to be a detriment to them? Because it's meaning your other players are able to get on heroes. Like you saw Soramir able to play as Yrel tonight on game number 2.
I mean, they're going to ban me. They're going to put at least 2 bans to me, like, every time, so it's not a surprise. Put it out there. So I was hoping my team carry me every game, but, you know, at the first game they didn't carry me, so, you know, second game I have to step up and carry the game by myself, you know, 1vs9. I was thinking about, you know, running down middle, but, you know, we just end the game too fast. I couldn't do that.
Well, again, congratulations tonight. You guys actually take a slight lead over Abusement Park. They had you tied in the standings there after game 1, but this puts you guys at 4-2, which is good for 3rd place currently. But looking forward to next week, you guys are going to be facing a much tougher schedule. Any opponents here in the Heroic Division that you're scared of, like Team Name Change, sitting at the top 6-0 right now?
Oh, I would love to take 2 games off Team Name Change, just because I wanna, you know, kill Name Avenger, and that's about it.
I'm pretty sure he's in chat right now hanging out.
I don't care about the rest of the NGS team, because, you know, we're here to have fun. We kill people, and we end the game in like 7 minutes or something like that.
7:58 for the official time tonight.
Okay. Well, next time we will do it in 6 minutes then.
All right. You heard it here first, chat. All right. So before I let you go, I want to give you opportunity for shout out. So the floor is yours, Titan.
Oh, shout out for the other team. Their Phoenix player is pretty good, and we need to ban him in order to win. Shout out to my team. You know, they are heavy as fuck, especially Shredded Win, who doesn't know how to play a tank. You know, today he did better than the last time. Shout out to Nam Avenger and his girlfriend. I mean, that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome. So that's Titan. I am Murda. That's all the action I have for you here in round 1 of Nexus Gaming Series Season 5.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I forget to shout out for you by casting up yesterday and today.
Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That was actually my 15th match here of round number 1 alone for Season 5. So there's been a lot of action. If you guys want to catch all of that action, head on over to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get up to 100 YouTube subscribers. All you got to do is hit the big red button over there. Follow the link from chat. I'll throw it out right now. Just click it. Hit subscribe. I'll be very happy with you. But for now, that's all I have for round number 1. I should be back on Monday with some more action. I got a birthday this weekend, so happy birthday to me. I will not be around. I won't be able to watch the action.
Happy birthday.
Thanks,
what
man.
day?
On Sunday.
Ooh, you have a lot of time to, you know, spend on yourself?
Yeah, long birthday weekend for me. But I'll be back Monday. I'll try to pick up a doubleheader. Of course, the matches are not on the schedule yet because the schedule is not out, so you guys hang tight, follow some NGS action around the league, and until then, I will see you next time.
See you later.